Hello and welcome from St. Louis Park High School. I'm Bruce Over along with Paul Bodwin, and we also are going to be joined today by former St. Louis Park athlete from 1979 through 80 through 82, I believe, John Anderson. But we have the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights coming into this game at 9-1, playing against the St. Louis Park Orioles at 2-9. Paul, it's going to be a tough contest for the St. Louis Park Orioles. This Red Knights team, they're young, they're good, they play hard. I got to do the Wayzata Benilde game, and Benilde really gave Wayzata a fight. Wayzata just beat Hopkins pretty easily the other night, and just shows how good Benilde is. So they're going to be without one of their star young players in Daisy tonight, but they have a pretty good lineup. So starting lineups we'll have for the St. Louis Park Orioles will be number 1, Javaris Ellis. He averages 8 points per game. Number 2, Keegan Hartford. He's a junior guard, averaging 4 points per game. Number 10, Micah Curtis. He averages, he's a sophomore, averaging 18 points per game. Number 14, Salah Mohammed, 6'5" center, averaging 3 points per game. And then Antonio Speed, he is averaging 12 points per game. For the Red Knights, it'll be Ron Lee, Jr., averaging 5 points per game. Number 5, Jaleel Donley, 13 points per game. Number 15, Caden Wells, 6 points per game. Number 23, Abu Keita, averaging 12 points per game. And number 24, Jalen Wilson, he averages 18 points per game. St. Louis Park Orioles coached by David Breitenbucher. And we got Damien coaching the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights.
Well, like you said, Bruce, the Orioles are going to have their hands full tonight, but they are a gritty, competitive team. They don't go down easy, so hopefully they will manage to keep it somewhat close and stay in the game, and who knows what can happen.
Yeah, and the Red Knights, coached by Damian Johnson, he's done a great job with this team. We'll see how the Orioles come out here. Orioles have a very athletic team this year, and see how they play. Speed with the ball in the backcourt, and the Orioles will start with Keegan Hartford. Speed works it in the corner. Micah Curtis, the leading scorer for the Orioles, and we get a foul away from the ball. It's going to be called on the Orioles.
Looks like that was on number 2, Keegan Hartford.
Yeah, and the Orioles, neither team goes too deep on the bench, so this is going to be a key that neither team can really afford to get in foul trouble here. And I'm going to get a whistle in the lane, and it's going to be called against the Orioles again. So quick 2 fouls for St. Louis Park here early on. Ellis. Great lob.
Really nice lob, and you want to be able to slam that down, but he made the right decision and just laid it in gently.
Keita with the first 2 points of the game for the Red Knights. Full court press put on by the Orioles. They get into the front court. Ooh. Quick pass intended for Curtis, knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, not a real advisable pass there across the court. Guy was well guarded. That'd be a tough one to thread that needle. But the Orioles get the ball back anyways.
Hello.
Orioles have 3 sophomores in the lineup. Or actually 2 there. Marley Curtis will probably come into the game pretty quickly, and he is the other sophomore. Trying to drive along the baseline. Curtis too strong with that one.
Yeah, he was a little bit behind the backboard. A tough shot to make.
Red Knights like to push the ball. And the 3 off the mark. Rebound by the Orioles. Speed into the front court. See how quick the Red Knights get back on defense. Ron Lee, one of the better defenders on this team. Another shot over the rim.
Same thing, just on the other side.
Yeah, so far 2 not even touching the iron. Sometimes it takes both teams just a little bit of time to get into the groove here. Right, Johnny?
That's right. You got to break the ice. Got to get up and down the court a few times.
Well, the Orioles are going to pick up another foul. This is not the way you want to start the game if you're St. Louis Park. 3 fouls. And Donnelly, who's a very good three-point shooter, just missed 2 threes. Orioles a chance to tie the game or take the lead. Curtis short on that one. Rebound is put up and in.
That's a nice rebound. Nice rebound on the part of Muhammad there to get in position with the putback. And the Orioles are right here in it.
Until the 3 by Keita.
Keita had something else to say.
Yeah, and typically, you know, it's a close game. You don't see a timeout that early, but I think this is a good timeout. St. Louis Park has picked up some early fouls, and they just seem out of sorts a little bit. So Coach Brighton Bucher will try and calm things down. Just calling a short timeout here.
Yeah, I think what was going on is that after Benilde is scoring, they're putting on a zone full court press, and it looks like Park was not handling it the way Coach would have liked to have, so they're going to go over kind of how to handle that. They really need to get someone in the middle, get them the ball in the middle, and then they can turn and go, or look long. If the Benilde-St. Margaret starts to cheat up a lot, then someone should be open down the court. But I also remember that this is a really short ceiling.
Well, they don't have the big, they don't have it anymore, John.
You have to throw it in between the two.
But remember, it used to come way down because they had the volleyball section.
Yeah, it was actually another defender. We considered it another defender.
Good drive to the basket.
Yeah, that's the way to handle it. That was real nice. Got it in the middle, then distribute and go right to the basket.
Opening to the basket, left-handed layup off the mark. A little too strong. 5-4, Red Knights lead. Speed into the front court. And we get a foul called on the Red Knights. Their first body. Did we lose you on your headset? Having some technical difficulties on one of the headsets here, so we'll get you back here, Paul. We'll lose Johnny for a little bit, but
he's too smart.
I'll give him my headset when we have some strategy that we need to talk. Curtis. And I think we'll get a foul on the Orioles. Or no, it's just out of bounds. So
yeah, I think he stepped out when he tried to pick that up.
And we're going to get a foul call on number 24. That's Jalen Wilson. He picks up his first.
The refs are calling kind of a tight game here early.
Orioles trying to take their first lead of the game. Off the mark, good rebound by the Red Knights. And looked like we may have had a twisted ankle for a second. This is Ron Lee. Passes in the corner, open for the shot. It's good.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, Jalen Wilson averages 18 points per game. Good drive by the Orioles. Speed with the finish. Nice pass.
That was a really nice decision on the part of Muhammad to not take that. He had a 1-on-2. Saw Speed coming down, dished it out to him, an easy 2 points and the and one.
So Christian Wiggins checks into the game.
timeout really seemed to do it for Park. They've looked a lot sharper since then.
That three looked like it was pretty straight on, but Colin Kirk just couldn't get that one to go. Back in the corner for the Orioles. Curtis, the leading scorer, yet to score. Here's a three by Ellis. It's good.
Nice looking three on the part of Ellis, and Park's got something going here, up 10-8.
Yeah, good job on the inside-out game, just being able to work it inside and then find the open player on the outside when they double team you. And the Red Knights like to fire up threes, and Cato with the second three of the game.
Yeah, the big reason why Park has kept us close so far is the Red Knights missing those threes, but if they start to fall, they're going to be in trouble.
Hartford speed, nice move along the baseline, but had it stripped.
Yeah, nice move along the baseline, but then when he got in there, he just ran into traffic.
Red Knights get a good bounce on that one.
Oh, that is a shooter's roll right there.
Good pace of the game right now, 14-10 in favor of the Red Knights. So Marley Curtis will come into the game now, replacing Ellis. Marley, a sophomore. Red Knights really disciplined on defense. We don't have the shot clock right now, so Orioles can take time.
And they're going to need it with this defense. They just can't find anything down low. But just keep working it. Eventually something will open up.
Mohammed, that's a tough pass, but it's deflected out of bounds. Intended for Marley Curtis. (14-10), Red Knights lead. Long pass. Hartford trying to direct traffic. He's guarded by Kirk. In the far corner, they work it around. You can see they're really stacking the inside, forcing the Orioles to shoot from outside, and that's what they need.
Yeah, that's right, Bruce. They're really stacked up on the inside. It's just like a wall in there. Nothing is open down low. And they're going to have to shoot from the outside, like you said, and speed came through.
Getting a foul.
Got a push.
Yep.
Second, team's fourth. Lee returns the Red Knights.
Into the corner. So far the Orioles doing a good job. They're patiently working the ball around, not trying to force it.
Which is something we weren't seeing earlier in the season. They're a little more disciplined. And you have to be against a Benilde team like this. There's a strip.
Yeah, it's a great defensive play by Lee. And get a foul, so no basket, will be a two-shot foul. See, he picked the pocket.
Yep.
Second, team's fourth.
And just got him with the body a little bit going up.
Yeah, Antonio Speed with his second foul here in the first half.
With 10:50 still to play, he's got to be careful.
Yeah, I think Orioles will
Might be
get
coming
him out of the game, right?
Keeping speed in, and Muhammad's going out.
Kimani Green came into the game. The Red Knights are ranked right now 9th in the state of Minnesota.
And they got him with a double dribble.
Red Knights ball.
Jaden Daisy is out of the lineup for the Red Knights. He's a junior, and he pulled a muscle in his leg in practice, and they have a game tomorrow. So they're going to err on caution today and see if they can get him ready for tomorrow.
Nice rebounding there on the part of the Orioles to stick with it, but look at that.
Yeah, how quick are the Red Knights? And this is the way you pick it up, and they couldn't convert. Orioles have the numbers, but an ill-advised pass.
Donnelly with the pick before, and then the Orioles getting kind of sloppy on that little run, but
Back on the other end.
Oh,
And
no!
now another turnover.
this is mayhem. This court's out of order.
Missed shot, and the Orioles get the rebound and see if they slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
You see the Red Knights have taken off the press, but they got to get into the front court here.
Yep. Yeah, the Red Knights starting to play a really aggressive defense.
Fouls on Jordan Donnelly, his first, team's fifth.
15 foul on the Red Knights as that foul was called on Donnelly, and it's going to bring in Caden Wells back into the game. Again, that one was blocked, turned over.
Yep.
You can see the Red Knights just really getting their hands in every passing lane, but the Orioles have to play a little bit smarter here.
Yeah, that one, he just kind of threw it right into his hand. He just got a little lazy, I think, on the inbound pass, and turns into a turnover.
Another turnover.
You need some help over there, boys.
Hartford into the front court. Got to get Micah Curtis involved here. Actually, it was a good shot, but Curtis on the rebound was blocked.
Yep, clean block.
Curtis again goes underneath.
Doesn't
can't
get it.
Tipped up and out of bounds and off of the Red Knights. So a lot of opportunities, but nothing going in the hoop. So.
The Red Knights been a little cold in their shooting early, which has kept Park in this game.
Yeah, it's only a one possession game. But a lot of turnovers. Curtis, and we get a foul on the drive. I think this will go against Lee reaching in. So 6 fouls on the Red Knights. So quickly, one more foul, the Orioles will be in the bonus.
His third.
Oh, they're calling that one actually against Cada, and that's his 3rd foul. And he's been hot. He has 8 points so far out of the 16. Again,
Another steal.
Yep. 2-on-1. Dunk attempt, not good. Orioles have the numbers.
Got it.
2-on-0.
Look out.
And he's going to try and dunk it, but he gets clobbered as he was trying to get up to dunk the ball.
And, you know, he was taking his time getting his footing to try to dunk it. He should have just driven
at
right
that
down.
point.
I mean, look at him slowing down.
Yeah. He may have taken a look back to see where the defender was, but yeah, when you're playing a team like the Red Knights, you can't worry about the dunks. You just got to get the sure baskets.
Right. Nevertheless, draws another foul and goes to the line.
Looking for his first points of the game, and the foul was on Jalen Wilson, his 2nd.
Donnelly returns to the Red Knights.
Well, it makes both free throws, so in the end, he comes out of it with the same amount of points, and they get another foul.
Yeah, 7 fouls for the Red Knights. And again, what's more important is they really lose Abuketa for the rest of the first half. Good hustle by Lee as he followed up his shot, and the Orioles should have had that ball. Another save by the Red Knights, giving themselves extra opportunities here by keeping the ball alive. And the Orioles almost had a steal that time by Ellis.
Yeah, that was a good one to go for.
3 is short. Now the Orioles have the basketball. They have to watch out from behind. Red Knights are scrappy.
Yeah, the Orioles are going to have to figure out here that you just can't slow down with this Red Knights team. You've got to hustle to every loose ball, every pass, because the Red Knights are there constantly ready to pick you.
Yeah, that last shot by Speed was just a little too quick, and I don't think he was in a really good position to take that shot, not high percentage. And still with all of this going on, the Orioles trail by 1, 16-15. What looked like it was going to be a fairly high-scoring game has turned into a lower-scoring game just because of all the turnovers and fouls.
And a lot of missed shots.
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
Good
what
finish.
a move.
Yeah, Donnelly with a good job. Hartford tried to disrupt the layup attempt. 3-point game.
The Orioles need to be patient here. Make good passes and wait for a good shot.
Yeah, they're really struggling to get into an offensive rhythm right now. Short. Night shot is short. Again, Ellis, somehow he was able to maintain the possession. In the corner, Curtis can't get it to go rebound it. And again, Muhammad was under too far. He should have grabbed the ball, probably found someone outside, but tried to take it back up.
Yeah, he went for it was a nice rebound. It didn't look like he was going to get to it, but he did, and then he was just too far under the backboard.
So, John, so far, what's your assessment here? What do the Orioles need to do to get something going offensively?
Well, I think at this point, Park is having a little bit of hard time with the press. So what they need to do is get their probably one of their better one-on-one players and try to penetrate. So once they penetrate, then the defense will collapse and they should be able to kick it out for some shots. So try to have some sort of arrangement like that. Maybe some pick and rolls to try to help get the defense off and kind of make them switch, something like that. They do seem to be a little hurried and making a few mistakes in that way. But then again, Benilde is also doing some of those things too. So I mean, they sure are putting a lot of effort in, and it's certainly not. It's a high energy game right now. It looks like to me, but I think if they could get into a little bit more of a rhythm. Now Benilde is in man-to-man, and if they could try to get, it looks like I called traveling, but they got to penetrate, maybe go back door, pick and rolls, things like that when they're on when they're playing man-to-man defense.
Not sure where the traveling was on that.
Yeah, coming out of timeout, you sort of hope that you don't have those turnovers like that, but happens. So we get a basket and one.
It looks like that foul was on Kamani Green.
Well, if you think the Orioles have had trouble scoring in the first half, you didn't watch the Gopher game yesterday where they scored 12 in the first half.
The Gophers are developing, let's just say. Another lazy pass.
Yeah, you can't have that happen in this type of game. And, boy, I'll tell you what, Coach Breitenbucher is not happy.
He's not, and he shouldn't be. They're playing some pretty sloppy, undisciplined ball right now. They know that this Red Knight team is aggressive. They're hustling on every pass, every loose ball, and they just seem to be stuck in this mode of just passing a little bit lazy and not staying focused. And so, yeah, if I'm coach, I'm pretty upset at this point too.
So the Red Knights coming off a couple nice wins, 69-66 over Edina and 74-60 over Jefferson. They play tomorrow at Middleton, which is we call it a border battle between Prescott High School in Wisconsin and Minnesota. So again, that's a game that maybe Daisy will play. We'll see. But a great year for the Red Knights.
Yep.
Their only loss coming to Wayzata, and that being a 73-62 game that the Red Knights trailed, but were able to get back into the ball game, and then Wayzata just pulled away. And this Wayzata team is a very good team this year. I mean, they're phenomenal, and we saw that against Hopkins. Just a well-balanced team and a very good defensive team as well. So they were able to keep the Red Knights off track a little bit.
All right, so it's 5:35 to play in the first half here, and Benilde is starting to pull away a little bit. We'll see if that timeout helps out the Orioles settle down, stay focused, stay crisp, and there it goes.
Right, again, you know, the pressure and...
Yeah, it's relentless.
And again, that's where you maybe want to bounce pass, not throw it up in the air where the guy can just deflect it. Am I right on that, John? Maybe? Okay. John said I was really wrong on that one.
Park has done a nice job on the boards today. They just can't convert him into anything on both sides of the ball, really.
There's a drive and a good block.
Yeah, he just had nothing there. Nice little steal there at the end.
Yeah, good hustle by Hartford.
If you look here, he just didn't have anything. And if you're in that situation, you may as well go up and try to draw a foul rather than trying to finesse it like that when you're surrounded. But
yeah, the middle of the lane has not been open for the Orioles to take it down to the basket. So not a ill-advised pass and good finish by Curtis.
That was a nice move. Jalen Wilson trying not to pick up a foul.
Orioles cut it to 6 with 4:43 to go here in the first half. Here's a 3 put up, high off the iron. Rebound by the Orioles. Up quickly down the right side of the court. Antonio Speed is back in the game for the Orioles. Harper just throws it as he goes down. And there's a steal. Yeah, Ellis missed that. I don't know.
What's he doing? Oh, it looks like he hurt something.
I think something happened, and I don't know if the refs will call the stoppage here.
Stop the play.
Again, Speed unable to get it to go.
I'm surprised the refs haven't stopped the play. He's still down, and he's really hurt.
Yeah, we got to get a stoppage now, and the trainer actually was over there while the play was still going on the other end.
Wonder if something just gave out. That's Ron Lee.
Here it is.
It's hard to say what happened, but he must have pulled something. He landed, his jump foot was a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like more of a oblique muscle, like a stomach muscle, or if it's a leg. It's hard to tell the way, looking at it again here.
If you look right there. It's just a little strange what happened.
Yeah.
He's up on his feet now, so that's a good sign. And he's walking on his own.
Yeah, he's an integral part of the team with defense and having Daisy out of the game, but so far he's walking, and I think
they're joking around a little bit, so I think he's going to be all right. And between him, Ron Lee, and Caden Wells, they're just playing some really tough D up at the top of the key. Very aggressive and getting at the ball.
All right, now we get a push inside on the Orioles. It's going to be on Curtis. Oof. A lot of fouls away from the ball on the Orioles. Trying to get position. So 16 fouls for the Orioles. Red Knights had 7 pretty early and have not picked up a foul over the last 4 or 5 minutes. Wiggins. And the follow-up, but a foul on the Orioles. Yep. Be 2 quick ones on Curtis. That's going to send Wilson to the line. He's 6 points in the game. Averages 18 points as sophomore. The Red Knights have a couple sophomores that are ranked as the top in the sophomore class in the state of Minnesota. And I think Wilson is one of them.
It bodes well for the future.
Got the John Anderson touch.
Nice split the D.
Ellis passes it up, but takes it all the way to the basket. Good move.
That's a really nice move on Javaris Ellis.
Great to see, the contribution you're getting from Ellis, a sophomore, and again, you have the Curtis brothers and Ellis coming back for a couple more years, so there's some good things for the program in the future. Mike has been pretty quiet here, though, in the first half. Stefano Giovanelli out for the season. Ended up pulling a muscle in practice, and one that is going to need time to either heal or possible surgery. Hopefully, just time to heal. Saved by the Orioles. 2:49 remaining here in the first half. Orioles trail by 6.
Be patient. Be smart.
Not smart.
Nope.
The Orioles aren't coming to the ball either.
The Red Knights are going to be on everything. They have been on everything, and it's just rattled the Orioles on their offense. They can't get a good pass going. They're just rushing these things, trying to force it. You can't do that.
No, and again, they'll take advantage of it, and the Orioles may take a time out here because John, it's got to be very frustrating for Coach Breitenbucher just seeing all these turnovers happening in front of him. And again, you're giving Benilde sort of easy baskets on the turnovers. So.
Yeah, and I think the thing, with Benilde in their press, so it seems to me like they're cheating up more. So there's an awful lot of the defense in the front court, which means that to me the backcourt players for Park that clear out, go down to the offensive basket, they got to cheat up a little bit more, because it's not when your teammate is getting trapped, the people that are open need to go to the open spot and make themselves available for them to pass to, and if they can come up a little bit and try to get open, a little bit more by midcourt, then they can turn, and then the advantage is on them. So what you want to do is you want to pass the ball over the defense when the defense is crowded in one part of the court. Dribbling will never work because it's too crowded. They have too many hands in there. And so that's one thing I observe. And then also when Park on the offensive end, the half court, when they penetrate, again, the teammates have to go to the open spot to get a shot. And once they get the ball, they have to start just taking the shots. But
well, and again, when you have a team pressing against you, a lot of times if you can break the press, you've got the numbers on the other end.
Absolutely. You throw it over the defense. Now there, the defense kind of cheated back a little bit more. But, yeah, so that's how you break a press, is that you make them pay for putting the press on. Because even if you break the press and you get it up to the offensive part of the court, and you don't have any fast breaks, there's really no penalty for them to continue to put the press on.
Muhammad, and there we go. That's something the Orioles needed.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing in the half court, it seems like the Park is going a little bit too much on the, not on this play, but they're a little bit too much on the perimeter. They're almost kind of pulling away from the basket. They got to get a little bit more aggressive, assertive, going, maybe do a little bit more driving, a little more penetrating and kicking. And then once you start kicking and your teammates start making the shots, then they're not going to collapse on the drives anymore. So a little bit more aggressiveness, and then also getting over the defense on the presses. A couple things that would really help them out.
So as many turnovers as the Orioles have, they trail by 8. Make that 11 now, though. Donnelly with the nice three. Good three-point shooter. Turnover again.
Well, and so just like that, Benilde's up by 11.
Right, again, it's the press and the Orioles' inability, and there's a push. So foul called against the Red Knights. Good to see Lee back into the game. He picks up a foul there, his first.
Yep.
They have the guy in the middle, and they should have gone to the middle right away. Long pass.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Ellis with some nice moves down low tonight.
Yeah. He's had a good half.
And they labored breaking that press, but they broke it. They were at least patient. Wow.
So that was a great drive by Donnelly down the middle of the lane.
And look at these moves underneath. Ellis has such a nice touch. He knows exactly what kind of spin to throw on it. And
we're under a minute remaining in the first half. Orioles trying to get it to a single-digit lead. It's 11 right now. And a foul on Lee, his second.
Yep, got him with the body.
Yeah, so that's going to send Hartford to the free throw line. 10th foul, so he'll be shooting 2.
We'll see if he can make these, and maybe Park can go into the half down in only single digits. And I imagine they'll spend some time working on that press, but he misses it.
They got to make these free throws.
Yep.
One of the better games St. Louis Park played this year was against Hopkins. They did lose the game, but they were in the game and they played really well. Team was really gelling and playing against those tough guards that Jaden Moore and Smith.
Oh, missed them both. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know if his foot was on the line when he came down, so.
That's a break for the Orioles.
We have 33 seconds, and they'll get another chance after the 2 missed free throws by Hartford.
Make good passes. Be patient. Work for that last shot.
There's a double team. Ellis.
Yeah, that'll be Oriole ball. I didn't like that shot there. He was in traffic, kind of rushed. Would have liked to see him kick it back out.
Yeah, not with 24 seconds. I don't know if you're going to be able to just go for one shot here, but you're going to have to break the pressure that the Red Knights are putting on. Be able to hold the ball for 24 seconds. Seems like a tough thing to do for the Orioles. Oh, there's a nice pass inside.
Oh, he
Ellis
just put it up a little too much.
It was a great play. It just didn't work. Again, that's his second missed dunk.
Oh, and he's going to get a technical.
Yep, hanging on to the rim.
He hung on the rim.
Not only do you miss the dunk, you give the other team an opportunity to get some points on the board.
And that is the kind of thing, Bruce, that would just drive me nuts as a coach.
Trying to give your team a little bit of, that extra momentum from the dunks. But
so Hartford with a chance to redeem himself from the 2 missed ones, and he makes it.
John was playing in the days of Dave Hennessy and Jim Peterson, and they put the ball down quite a bit. Dave Hennessy, a flashy player from, was it Washburn or Minneapolis? Okay.
Minneapolis West.
Back then we did a slam dunk show. We had a dunk show on KDXL radio, and they'd talk about I'm going to get a dunk for you, Bruce, and then they get a dunk the next game. So see if the Orioles can close it good here. There's a shot, not good by Muhammad. Yep. I think if you're Coach Breitenbucher, with as tough as this half went, trailing by 10 is sort of not a bad thing right now.
Yeah, it could be a lot worse. I think that has a lot to do with a lot of missed three-pointers on the part of the Red Knights has made it so that I think they're still within striking distance here. But you're right, they should feel good, but what they're going to have to do is come back in the second half and with some kind of answer to this pressure defense.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of chalk talk at halftime for Coach Breitenbucher. He's going to have a board, and he's going to have to put the players out there and say, here's how you break the press, and here's what we're not doing, and here's what we have to do. John mentioned it before on the last time he had the mic, is just really what the Orioles need to do, and they came out of the timeout and turned the ball over right away, and I think, John, you were saying they just didn't bring the player up to the right spot, and those are things that the Orioles are going to have to adjust to. And then if you're the Red Knights and Damian Johnson, you're saying, guys, we got to do a better job converting on their turnovers. So, it's, we've got 35 points, but we could have had 50 in this half against St. Louis Park with our pressure and what it was doing to the St. Louis Park Orioles. So.
Yep. Well, we'll see what the second half brings us.
All right, 35-25 our score. We're at halftime. We'll be back with more basketball in just a little bit.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens. Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
Well, Bruce Homer along with Paul Bodwin and John Anderson as we get ready to start the second half, and hopefully we got us all on mics now. John, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
All right.
Well, see what adjustments each team made here as the Red Knights will start here in the second half, leading 35-25. They're led in scoring with 13 points from Jalen Wilson, 10 from Donley. They got 8 from Cada, 4 from Lee, and 2 from Wells. Again, Cada had 3 fouls in the first half, so they'll be able to get him back in the game here. And he has the ball right now. Cada with the shot, off the mark. Rebound by the Orioles.
And it looks like the Red Knights letting up on that press a little bit.
Nice drive to the basket.
That is a nice drive.
That's the penetration. I think you got to attack the basket. You got to keep moving forward on the offense, and that could help loosen up the defense. But we'll see. A lot of times in basketball, at least when I was playing, you come out in one defense, like the first time down the court, then you switch.
Looking inside. And that was Muhammad there, laying it in, and all of a sudden Park's only down 6.
Yeah, 7 points in the game for Muhammad. Johnny, can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, try again, Johnny.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. We'll have Paul turn you up a little bit as Orioles are going to get the ball back, 35-29. I think John played what years, Johnny, from 9th, was it 80 to 82?
I played in 79 to 81.
Okay. Good finish. Orioles with 3 quick baskets.
Yeah, just like that, they're only down 4. Hello.
So a good start for the Orioles here. 6 straight points. See a nice pass inside, and Muhammad gets his second basket here in the second half. 35-31. It was 35-25 at halftime. Full timeout by Damian Johnson. Upcoming game for the St. Louis Park Orioles. See if grab the schedule here. Had it for a second. There we go. So tough Tartan team. And they've got New Prague, and that's a game we'll be covering next Tuesday night. So if you not doing anything, come on out here to St. Louis Park and see the Orioles take on New Prague. And then at Chanhassen, I'm trying to remember who they played, but played a pretty tough team, came out with a victory. So they have a tough team this year. They're going to be tough to beat. Bloomington Jefferson. They have Freitag, who's one of the better players in the state of Minnesota on their team. Orono's been playing really well this year, and Park Center, they're number 1. So
Okay.
yeah, Park Center is going to be that's a makeup game from the snowstorm, and Park Center is just undefeated, been playing amazing basketball this year. And between Park Center and Lakeville North, those 2 teams right now look to be the elite teams here in the conferences.
And we got another foul.
Did we lose you again, Paul?
I think so. Gonna have an on-air production meeting.
I can hear you.
All right, we'll just go with it.
Maybe just a headset, maybe. Sorry for our technical difficulties here, but the only consistent is you're stuck with me. Red Knights looking for their first points here in the second half. Working along the baseline. Good finish by Wells.
Yeah, and the Red Knights were patient on that one. They've been chucking up a lot of threes in the first half.
Orioles did a good job on the press that time. Speed with the runner didn't go.
Not a good touch on that one by Speed. Just kind of threw up a knuckleball.
A little bit of a late call on the foul on Ellis that time. Wells, you see the nice finish, and
Yeah.
looks like Muhammad may have gotten a hand on the ball, but good power move to finish. Donley. Lee loses the basketball and goes out of bounds. I think it was last touch by the Orioles.
Yep.
They say it was last off of Hartford.
Thought maybe they'd call a jump ball there, but they let him play it out.
Good anticipation that time by Muhammad. Jumper by Donley, and a rebound by the Orioles. A rebound by Curtis. Reach in by Lee. That's foul number 3 on Lee.
Lee plays an aggressive defense.
Well, he does, and that's going to bring Wiggins into the game, replacing Lee. Again, too long of a pass. Good ball pressure by Donley.
Be patient.
Ellis misses the mark on that. The ball hit the baseline, so Muhammad unable to save it. Again, Micah Curtis averages 18 points for the Orioles. He has 4. They've kept him in check so far in this game. And a nice rebound.
Yeah, that's
by Wilson.
He was in position. I'm not sure how he was in position, but he was.
Again, another turnover. Well,
ooh, stepped on the line.
That was a good save from an easy basket by Ellis. So again, they go back to the press, and then the Orioles start turning it over again. Finished by Wells. Curtis.
Nice.
Able to change the speed a little bit on that. And now the Red Knights are putting up some points.
They sure are. All of a sudden, it's back up to an 11-point lead.
Donley with his 3rd 3 of the game. Not a good, that was just 4th. Yeah,
nice,
what that did was created an easy basket on the other end.
Nice transition basketball, and there we go.
Hopefully that can fire the Orioles up a little bit.
Yeah, I thought he might get a hanging on the rim technical, but he's probably just trying to avoid falling on somebody. The Red Knights just don't leave you any room to make mistakes.
See if this is going to get blocked or not. Hartford was able to finish.
See, that's what's going to help break the press, is to have someone leak away and get those really easy baskets, because Benilde is having too many guys on this one side of the court on defense. See, there's 4 guys here. And now what they need to do is get the ball in the middle and pass more than they dribble.
The 3 attempt.
Yeah, I don't like that attempt right there. Let's get the ball moving, get some good shots. Here's an opportunity.
Alley-oop pass. Batted out of bounds, and this is going to go to the Red Knights.
Yep. Yeah, and that was Hartford. So there's the dunk. Had a shot there underneath, but he was just so outsized, there was no way he could get a good shot off, and it got blocked, and then out of bounds on the Orioles, and here we go, the Red Knights. The Red Knights also on offense are working the ball around and finding the ball down low in like ways they didn't in the first half. They're launching up a lot of threes. Now they're working the ball around. Oh, another bad pass.
Hartford launches short. Orioles trailing by 11:26 to go here in the second half. Neither team playing real deep on the bench. You're seeing about 3 subs per team. Marley Curtis with a nice rebound. Oh. Again, a missed shot by Micah, but the follow-up by Kamen Green. Kimani Green.
Let's call it an assist.
Yeah, it was. Donnelly, he's just smooth in this game.
He's had a very nice game on both sides of the ball.
15 in the game for Donnelly. I mean, Donnelly is a sophomore, so when you look at 2 sophomores, Jaleel Donnelly and Jalen Wilson, those 2 are just phenomenal players, and I mean, you look at the Orioles have a couple sophomores too, so both teams have some youth playing right in this game, but standing out in this game so far has been Jaleel Donnelly and Jalen Wilson.
Yep.
Been phenomenal.
Yeah, this Red Knights team, not one senior on the starting lineup.
Marley Curtis with his first 2 points of the game, a nice little jump shot there. 9-point lead. Orioles need to try and chip away at this. Donnelly, what a great pass.
That is just beautiful work.
Yeah, he knows looks like a team that's played together for a long time, and just you can see the nice break to the basket, and Donnelly able to find him in the corner.
There you go.
Yeah, nice drive, and
that's a
Green
nice,
with a nice finish. Yeah.
nice play by the Orioles. They're just being patient, work the ball around, wait for something to open up, and exploit it when it does. 2 points.
Ellis returns for the Orioles.
Ellis comes back in for St. Louis Park, and Hartford's going to go take a seat on the bench, get a little breather. Approaching the 9-minute mark, and we can say the Orioles touched the ball here. Almost a travel, but a push is going to be called against Kimani Green.
Let's see.
Close call.
Close call, yeah.
Wiggins for
shot.
2. Christian Wiggins is a freshman. And the foul will be number 3 on Jalen Wilson. Let's see. he wasn't so sure of that. But yeah, you're going to take Wilson out with 3 fouls, just not taking a chance that he picks up a 4th here quickly.
And Ron Lee back in the game as well.
The Red Knights were in foul trouble, but they've done a good job to sort of stay out of it. Another turnover on an inbound pass. That's Lee again. Good save by the Orioles. 2-on-0 break. And good finish.
Very nice.
Marley Curtis.
Heads up play, good defense. Even though they turned the ball over, they defended that really well.
You know, Marley likes to dunk the ball too, but he's smart.
Yep.
He got under the basket pretty far and just decided to just take the basket. You got your brother on the other side, but take it yourself. If you're, you know, a little brotherly love, you just say, "No, I'm not giving it to him. I'm taking it myself." He averages more points than I do in a game. $16 points in the game.
Oh.
Kept alive, but out of bounds. So Orioles will have the ball trailing by 10. Sort of that pivotal number 10 where you want to see if you can get it going the other direction. But again, not a good pass. There's no reason to pass it on that sideline. And Donley, what a finish.
Wow. Yeah, they're just not, they're also not getting separation down court. And they got that press going on. There should be some guys open down court, but they're not finding it.
Couple of missed free throws on the last 2 attempts for Donley. Okay, John, do you want to just talk about what they need to do here? There's a trap.
Yeah, there's just there's too many. It's too crowded. There's too many people just almost right under the basket.
Should they be using the middle of the floor a little more?
Absolutely, and they should also have someone drift a little bit farther, far enough to draw someone away, but not so far that it's not a plausible pass. Because then they can just leave them back there.
Marley, good pass inside.
So that's a nice aggressive offense going to the basket. Drops people into the ball, and then you can just dish.
So Micah with the basket.
Orioles would like a stop here and try to chip into this thing.
It's
wow.
hard when you have Donnelly who's on fire. It's been fun to watch Donnelly in this game.
Yeah. You can't match it.
As Marley Curtis didn't get back in time. Another missed dunk. I don't think the Red Knights have converted on 3 dunks
No, they
yet.
are 0 for 3.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I don't know how that wasn't picked.
Good job taking it to the basket, draw the foul, get to the free throw line.
Yep, a little more aggressive. That's it's always a good thing. Yeah, this is way far
way out there.
That is a long 3-pointer.
10th grader.
That's not from
That's
downtown.
amazing.
That's from the outer burbs.
Yeah.
Short.
It was 2 for 2 from the line. 13-point lead.
Oh, missed them both.
A couple times that's happened where they miss 2 free throws and then it goes out of bounds and they get another opportunity. So they're going to get the ball back here on that end of the floor.
Let's see if they can convert. You know, with 7 minutes left, and now is the time where you really want to start chipping into this lead. No, that pass was not there.
Yeah, Antonio's speed has struggled a little bit in this game. He's got 6 points. Saw him earlier against Washburn this year where he was just phenomenal. He had a great game. And there's a basket and the foul.
Yeah, there's a real nice penetration and dish. It kind of froze the Park player, the Park players.
Yeah, and again, it's Donnelly. If you not only has he been scoring, he's had some great passes in this game.
Not sure about the foul on that play, but nevertheless, that was pretty.
Shooters roll. Well, biggest lead of the game, and again, Donnelly.
Wow. Jaleel Donnelly's just been everywhere today.
Yeah,
look at that.
23 points in the game. He's just been phenomenal. It's been fun to watch.
And the other thing I'm kind of noticing is that when that press is on, because Benilde is so aggressive, is that Park has to be coming to the ball at every pass. Now, in that last steal, if the Park would have come to the ball, that would have been a foul on Benilde. It would have been a collision, and they're going to call that on the defense every single time. So it's almost you can draw. It's a lot easier to draw fouls when the other team is so aggressive, and that would be another kind of a nuanced thing. But that would be another kind of thing that would probably benefit Park if they would be coming to the ball also.
Next home game for the Red Knights will be on the 24th, so that's the Tuesday night against Chanhassen. That looks to be a good game. So come on out to Benilde-St. Margaret, support the Red Knights, and you can see they've got an exciting team, and they're gonna contend this year.
That was very good. They broke that very well. Oh. And they actually had numbers then too, but the pass didn't quite work out.
That's a block. Yep.
Oh.
I think he got there a little late. Let's just see here.
Oh no.
You see, still moving a little bit.
Yeah, it looks more like a no call, and then just called the ball.
Yeah.
Went out of bounds.
And the ball's already going out of bounds,
yeah.
and that's when the contact happened. It just
it wasn't the contact wasn't
right.
Really that significant.
.23 in the game.
Muhammad
24 for Jalen Wilson.
Wow. Muhammad getting some instruction on the sideline.
I think if you add the points between Wilson and Donnelly, they have as many as the St. Louis Park Oriole team. Break the press. In 6 minutes, they gotta, again, just do a good job and the hands moving for the Red Knights, and Wilson with good defensive play.
The way the Red Knights just swarm on that press. I mean, you could really, from where we're sitting, you could really see it on that last one. It's like an attack. Really well done.
Again, that lob just isn't there. It's not high enough, and again, you got a taller defender in between. Curtis unable to get that lob. Good move by Ellis.
Oh, what
nice putback.
Real nice putback.
Yeah, Antonio Speed with a good putback on that one, and 18-point lead for the Red Conley, foul.
Another foul. And, you know, we knew this was going to be a tough one for Park. I mean, this is a very, very good Benilde team. And it's kind of slipping away now, down 18, maybe about to be down 20 again. But they've hung with them for a lot of this game and played their hearts out. They're just, this press was just too much for Park to handle.
I think what Coach Breitenbucher is just, where he gets frustrated a little bit is that, you know, these are the kind of things that you correct early in the season, and we're not early in the season anymore. We're mid-season, and he's hoping that his team is a little bit smarter this stage of the season.
Yep.
And not making these kind of mistakes. And but this again is another learning experience for them on breaking the press. But the learning experiences you want to happen early in the season, not this late in the season.
Yeah, it's one thing, you know, when you've got a team with just an incredible press like Benilde has held up here today. But it's when you see them making those mistakes, just the bad passes, the lazy passes, not coming to the ball, those kinds of things frustrate you, especially at this point in the season.
Foul on the other end, and it's going to send Curtis to the line. You know, this Oriole team is intertwined with, you know, 3 sophomores along with a couple seniors and junior and a senior. So, you know, it's it is just work in progress, and these guys will have another summer of AAU ball, and I think we'll see a little bit different team come next year.
Yeah, and on a night like tonight, they're also really missing Giovanelli, who's just a good, smart ball player, good ball handler, which they could really use.
So Marley Curtis with the basket, back to 16-point lead with 4:42 remaining. Missed by Cada. Gets the ball back, and he slams it. First dunk of the game that they convert.
Oh, wow.
Nice play.
A lot of times when you get that dunk, sometimes you leave someone open on the other end because you're all like looking at and all like want to celebrate the dunk, and so the Orioles come back on the other end, and Hartford gets the layup.
Yeah, nice touch.
Yeah, that was a nice aggressive play. That's how you kind of break the press. If you have even plays like that when the other team isn't pressing, then it's in their mind that, hey, these guys can get up and down the court. We got to think about be back a little bit more. Anything to get the defense back and give you a little more room in the middle is helpful.
Taking a look at the standings, Benilde on top of the conference, 9-1. You have, they're 1-0 in conference, but 9-1 overall. Chanhassen 1-0, 5-7 is their record. Chaska 1-0 in the conference, 3-8 overall. Laconia 1-0. They're having a struggle this year. They're 2-9. Then you have Jefferson, Park, New Prague, and Orono, all 0-1. Best team there though is Orono. They're 8-2. So again, the Orioles will have an opportunity to play a team like New Prague, who's got 3 wins this year, and that'll be interesting now to see how those teams match up. So
Yeah, and nobody's got a tie. I didn't know they had ties in basketball. It's like Ted Lasso. You got ties and no playoffs? What are we even doing this for?
you know, they just copied the sheet. You know, I guess in the conference over on the copy the hockey schedule. Yeah, so. Red Knights still have their starters in the game. the Red Knights.
All right. And they're still playing down there.
Big smile on Hartford's face.
Oh. Well, let's see.
It's only the 6th foul, so it's not. They brought it down for the 1-and-1, but they're going to put it back on the other end.
It's almost too bad there was a foul call there because they had numbers on the other end.
Now they get to face the press.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't that a show? Face the press?
I think it's Meet the Press.
Oh.
Face the nation.
Yeah, Face the Nation, Meet the Press.
Meet the press, you're right. Oh, there you go.
Man.
Kata quick to the basket. Showing the power. They got players, they got numbers again, but hand gets in the way.
He just slipped.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised they're playing a press with a lead like this.
Yeah, especially when they play tomorrow. I think we should probably see the bench empty pretty quickly here with an 18-point lead. Speed, got to get it in. Long pass.
Calm down.
Trying to reverse it here. Nope. Speed.
Oh
There we
no!
go.
And then we got,
Fast break. Oh.
oh,
Showboat
they're
now.
just showboating. They're showboating. They're up 20, and you're up 20 with 3 minutes, and you're still putting a press on. I don't know about that.
Curtis is like, come on, just give me that opportunity to go back on the other end and give our crowd something to cheer about.
Oh my!
I almost thought he was going to come down, and fortunately he had the balance to
Yep.
come down on his feet. You just don't want to see
Oh, you don't want to see him get
him
hurt.
get injured from
Yeah.
something like that.
You got to take those opportunities when you get them, though. It's kind of stuff you draw up in your dreams. It's fun to make them a reality. And it looks like we're going to get some bench players coming in for the Red Knights. Really nice game for those two. With Keita and Donnelly coming off the court.
Yeah, Elliot Huther in the game. Colin Kirk. Curtis turns around. He's sort of started his motion, and then he looks to the backside. Nice pass across.
Oh, missed it.
Saw the same type of play with Curtis. He really wants to get into the basket, but instead saw he can't and goes around the player so he doesn't pick up a charging foul. 11 points in the game for Micah. Both teams with 8 fouls here in the second half. 74-56. Park trailed by 10 at the half, 35-25.
And Ellis will come out of the game.
Noah Margolis in for the Orioles. Spin move by Lee. Nice play.
Very nice play.
Marley
That was a
Curtis,
foul.
and he draws the foul. You see the drive by Marley and the foul on Wells.
Pretty
Number
clear.
4 on Wells. 1 for 2 from the free throw line is Marley so far in this game, and that's out of it. Orioles have missed their share of free throws.
You sure have. And this is another one.
I think they've missed 9 free throws in the game. So. Wiggins. He's a freshman.
Wow. It's amazing how young this Benilde team is. I mean, they get to keep these guys together for another 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, there's going to be players coming up too to help them,
Yep.
and yeah, it's going to be fun for the Red Knights program to see these players continue to develop. And
Sure is.
both these programs have a little bit of a bright future now. Hartford gets the roll. Eight in the game for Hartford as we hit 1:20 to go. Curtis with the rebound. Margolis.
Nope. He wanted it.
Yeah, timeout for the Red Knights. I think subbing timeout.
Yeah, they want to get some guys out. They probably get some guys in more than get some guys out, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun covering this Red Knights team over the next couple of years potentially.
You know, Damien did that time too. The Orioles had a wholesale change, and I think Benilde didn't really have that many players to bring in, but I think he gave the Orioles an opportunity to get their players in.
That's the right thing to do. Get these guys some playing time.
That's a dunk. That was Hooler.
That was Hooler. He missed a layup earlier, so he's redeemed himself.
Orioles try to get some of these players to get their first point.
Yep. 44 seconds to go.
Put back is good. $83 points put on the board for the Red Knights. That was with a lot of turnovers too for the Red Knights. They still put 83 on the board.
Well, and one of the big differences between the first half and the second half, Bruce, is the Red Knights their shot selection was a lot better in the second half. I would love to see their shooting percentage between the two halves because they weren't missing shots in the second half, and they were in the first half, and that's what kept Park in it. But Park just unable to overcome that press.
And the Red Knights still just move that ball and get as many points as they can on the board.
Yep. And it's not like they're running up the score. These are bench players who don't get to play a lot, and so they're just trying to have some fun.
Put it up, put it up.
Shoot that, shoot that.
Shoot. There you go. Oh, short.
Oh, well, the Benilde Red Knights come away with the Battle of the Beltway, Bruce.
Yeah, they did. They came.
Or the Belt Line, sorry.
Yeah, they came across Highway 100 and came into St. Louis Park and did what they were supposed to do. Really, is based on their record, and they've now gone to 10-1 for the St. Louis Park Orioles. They're 2-10. But what an impressive performance by Wilson and Donnelly. I'm going to add up the points while you guys maybe say a little something.
Well, looks like Park did a good job. They just, I think if they just had a little fewer turnovers, that would have made a big difference. But there was a spurt there where in the second half where Benilde just pulled away with a lot of pressure and a lot of turnovers. I think it rattled Park. But Benilde has a really athletic team, as does Park. It just they some of the shots, the range, and the dunks, although their dunks, they were only about 50% on them.
They're better on their free throws than the dunks. Yeah.
No, but they're obviously a real nice team, real good team, and both teams have a pretty good future with a lot of young players too.
Yeah, it seemed like Benilde did better on the dunks when they were defended.
Right.
It's the open ones
The wide
that they
open
kept
dunks are rough.
And again, so you look at the two sophomores who are both ranked as top. One is the top sophomore point guard in the sophomore class for the state of Minnesota, and then you also have one of the top wings, and that's Jalen Wilson. So Donnelly and Wilson, 26 for Donnelly, 24 for Wilson. So much fun to watch those guys, and be fun to watch them develop too. So anyways, I think we've got it all covered.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say, Bruce, but it's always fun to come out and call the game and support the local teams. These are two teams we cover with the Red Knights and the Orioles, and Red Knights have just a lot of, they have a bright future ahead of them.
They do, and again, thanks for hanging on as we had some technical difficulties throughout this game with some of the headsets, and Paul, appreciate you sticking in there. Hopefully we got to hear some of that intel. And John, thanks for coming in, and
thanks for the invite. I really enjoyed it.
Again, if anyone had an opportunity to see John play in 79 through 81, it was a pleasure, and some great teams that the Orioles had back then with Augie Schmidt as the coach, and you had John and Jim Peterson, and then John and you got some of the other guys, Wolds and all these other players that were a lot of fun to watch. But again, so thanks again, John, for coming in, and so on behalf of Paul Bodwin and John Anderson, I'm Bruce Hoberman. Final score tonight is the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights 85, St. Louis Park Orioles 59. Good night.